Hello and welcome to Let's Play Endless Space 2. I'm JC Proton. This is episode 21 of my 6th Let's Play series. We're playing a custom faction of the Vaulters on Endless difficulty, Endless duration game. We're going for a score victory. We're playing in a Spiral 8 galaxy of a unique single constellation. See, it's really big, and we haven't quite explored all of it. We're over 80, I think we're over 80%? Yeah, we're over 80% at this point explored. And you can see where most of the people are. The Vodyani are up here. United Empire's out here. This is the Sophons down here, and over here is the Riftborn. So, what we are going for is a massive galaxy-spanning empire of 100 plus systems. Is essentially what we're going. We're going for go big, right? Go big or go home. So we want to have a massive empire. To pull that off, you have to put the pieces in place to make it happen. Essentially, you run into a situation of you have a maximum number of systems you can control. Every system above this number, 13, in my case right now, is a -10 approval penalty for over-colonization. Obviously, when you get to low approval, if you get down to where people are starting to revolt, ultimately, if you don't resolve that situation, you will have your empire break apart. You'll have rebel fleets spawn, you'll have systems leaving the empire, and your empire will literally break apart. And you'll have additional AI player factions fighting against you that are your own sections of your empire fighting against you and each other. So, to prevent that, you need to get over that approval penalty. The most sustainable way of doing that is to raise your colony cap. There's some tricks you can do. There's some laws you can pass that can get you over this number by, a bit, right? 5, 10, maybe more if you go House of Cards style. Like with the military stuff, you can get maybe 20 over. I don't know exactly, but you're not gonna have 100 systems plus, right? It's just not sustainable. You could, if you do the law new colony, you get a plus 25 approval for 10 turns. If you do a rapid expansion, and it's kind of like a Ponzi scheme, as long as you keep grabbing more systems, then that 25 is more than the -10 that you're facing, right? Excuse me. So you can kind of, if you're going fast, and like if you're doing a conquest victory or something, yeah, that's doable. But on a game that's 600 turns, like I'm doing, that's a no-go. Our victory condition is victory. High score at turn 600. So something like that, you'll lose your momentum, and the Ponzi scheme collapses, the pyramid scheme it collapses, and you have a disaster happen, right? So in order to do it sustainably, the best way to do it is you're going to raise this number up. And the way you raise that number up is through a tech called autonomous administration. When you build autonomous administration, that gives +1 systems occupied before triggering expansion disapproval. Okay, in order to build that, it can only be built on a system that's colony level 4. The way you upgrade those is by unlocking these techs, and you build these upgrades. So that upgrade, it lets you upgrade to 2, this upgrades you to 3, this upgrades you to 4, which then you can build autonomous administration. So to upgrade your systems, you need resources. Normally, it's only luxury resources that you can use for this, unless you are vaulters. They have a specific trait called material expertise. Excuse me, and that allows them to also use strategic resources for that same purpose. So I can actually do it since I'm playing vaulters and I'm playing. You could also do a custom faction that you assign that ability to them, and then you could do it that way too. I'm only planning on using titanium as the first upgrade, and then after that, I'm planning on doing all luxuries. Right now, I have these two, Eden Incense and Jade Onyx, for the second tier. You can reuse those for each tier if you want, or or use different ones if you can get your hands on them. It's whatever your supply situation is, what's sustainable. So anyway, you need luxury resources in order to upgrade your system so that you can raise your colony cap so that then you can expand your empire without going into revolt. So it's putting those pieces in place that's the key if you want to build a really massive empire. So right now I have got the pieces in place. I've got some resource generation on the Jade Onyx here, and I've got my eyes on some of these other systems here. And then for Eden Incense, it's the same deal. I've got a couple of systems with Eden Incense. I would like to get more, but with this particular faction, colonizing is really challenging, so it's hard to build out lots of colonies. I just expanded, so Argosy is not going to be usable for a while, and even after the 6 turns expires and I can fly it around again, the cost will be prohibitive, and it will be basically impossible for me to establish another colony with the Argosy for, I want to say, probably 20 or 30 turns, something like that. It's going to be a while. So the next phase of this game for me is to, I've got a couple of things in mind. I want to get this. I want to get the Pulsos Thinkers and Tinkers 1. I want to get that. That's a priority. Because it's fantastic. It's the best simulation trait in the game, but also because if I get it, then I'm taking it away from somebody else too, which takes it away from the Vodyani. So I do want to definitely get that as soon as possible. So I'm doing some things here. I'm researching multi-thread management because I want to be able to do a buyout, and I want to get buyouts on this, which I just established, and I want to do the buyout on the portal so I can get some population over here and get this thing growing as soon as possible, right? Get that thing sped up. Might do a buyout over here for the same purpose, although it's only about 6 or 7 turns for population to travel here, so it's somewhat optional. Calgeros is a separate system. I mean, it's a temporary system. I just got them. That's amazing because they lowering this cost. It was 21, now it's 13, because I got luxurious livers. So that's amazing that I got that. So that puts a piece in place, because that lowers the cost of how much I have to pay in resources in order to upgrade systems. So having that be cheap makes it easier to upgrade, and will make it easier for me to do autonomous administration. So all that being said, let's get rolling. There's a lot going on. I don't think I'm even going to get through this whole turn on this video. It's getting to the point where it's getting harder to make it all happen in one video, so I might I'm kind of open to feedback as to whether you guys prefer me to just kind of do the action stuff and do more stuff off camera, or not, or whatever. So let me know if you have a preference. I tend to just try to start dialing back the amount that I'm showing of the tedious stuff. Excuse me. Okay, we're growing populations. Every time we grow pops, I like to double check to make sure we have the right thing growing. In this case, I don't really want more sowers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the little spaceport trick that you do. So right now they're growing. Take all of them off of the planet, and take them all out of the system, and then that takes them out of queue, so they lose their place in line. There, I'm going to send him to Calgeros. Everybody else is growing the right populations. Okay, great. Small portion of resources, cool. This one says, I have a quest to assimilate will be available. They are cordial with me with the remnant. However, there are only, I think, 14 minor faction quests in the game, so even if you have the approval to do it, do it. It won't let you actually do the quest. Remnant right here. Here's the remnant. I don't know if it's because I'm not the leading faction here that they're not letting me do it, or maybe we're out of quests. So there's that. It may be that we've run out. So at which point then all you, yeah, that's me assimilating the Calcaros. Assign this governor. This is a fantastic governor. Actually want this one to be my senator instead of the one that I currently have. So right now, this one's the senator because he's the highest level, but I actually want her to be my senator, so I've renamed her as such with that title. I'm going to put her on a system, and the only system I have that is a keeper right now is this one, so it's BB. So I'm going to have to assign her here. That's a weird bug. It happens sometimes. You pop it up a second time and then you get the scroll bar at the bottom. Okay. She'll do there for now. She's there for temporary. We're going to eventually shuffle these leaders around on these administrators. But she's there for now. And let's see. My game is locking up. Let's get her skills. So this is fertile. So let's go ahead and get her some food happening. So once you run out of the quests, you can't really assimilate by quest anymore, right? So then you have, it narrows down your options of assimilating minor factions either by conquest, right? You invade them, or you just pump up the praise really high as long as they're not over 100 already. Once they're over 100, you can't praise them anymore. So we'll see. We'll see if the praising doesn't work, then we'll have to resort to conquest, or the other factions get them, and then you just invade them when they belong to the other factions. So, which is again back to conquest. Okay, there's Horatio Prime. Okay, Izar is a really nice looking system. It's only 3 planets, but dude, it's got titanium, hyperium, and jade onyx, and you've got another life form there and a subterranean there. So potentially another strategic could be there, and you could, it's probably an anomaly or something like that. The other life form. All right, so we had a thing going on down here where we left off, and we were being aggressive and careless, maybe reckless even, and moving our fleet without sending a probe to look first, and as a result, we're going to get trapped. We are going to get trapped here. We look like a privateer, so we look like a pirate right now, but he has 2 ships here, and they are not scout ships, they are attackers, which means it's very likely that they're going to attack me, the pirate that is mysteriously an unarmed pirate with no attack power. So I don't see how that's going to be anything but an attack, in which I'll retreat. Probably will take me this way, since that's the only way to go, and I'll be damaged, but I should survive. So I'm going to hit move all fleets, and when I do that, I'm going to try to click these curiosities as fast as I can before I get attacked. So here we go. I'm just spamming this one. Got him done. Cool. We'll see. I think he's going to attack me. I'll be pleasantly surprised if he doesn't. Maybe he won't, because he's thinking, oh, now there's this this other pirate that's here. What is this here? I don't know. I guess it was population. Okay, Nash has population. I was confused. I read that totally wrong. It was a Nash has population, not a pirate. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see if he survives unscathed. This guy. Let's see. This guy's pretty well repaired. I'm gonna have to think about what I'm doing with him because I kind of want to bring him over to here to join up with these fleets. Maybe I'll get this guy. Looks like we're only 4 structures away, which we should get in the next 2 turns. Our building queues. So we have to build 12 structures, and we have 8 built, and this is one, which we get in 2 turns. This one is building this, and this, supposedly, in 2 turns. So that's 4. That's 4 structures in 2 turns. So looks pretty good for us to get these guys. If we get those guys, then we get that fleet. So we'll add that fleet to this fleet, and that's going to be enough. That's enough. I should be able to take down the Pulsos. We'll come over here and we'll just invade. We'll just take it. That's the plan. So then, do I really need that hero to come down here, or not? Let's upgrade that hero ship. So we got a cool antimatter fleet accelerator. So if we swap that out, see, this one only gives a +1 movement. This one gives a +2. So if we swap that out, that's a cool thing. And I like this, but I probably don't really need it on the hero ship. I think the probe is more useful right now, and I don't want that on the hero ship. As cool of a module as it is, that the hero ship is not a tank; it's a support. So I think we're going to go with that. So the hero, if I do it just by himself, he could be here in 6 turns. These guys could be there in 8 turns. Let's see, these guys, it's going to be 2 turns, and then I get them, and then 2 turns to get here, so that's 4 turns. These guys are more like 9. I could probably catch some of these guys along the way, like that's 4 turns. How long is it to get to there? 4 turns, right. So he could probably meet up with a couple of these and then come along with them. So we're talking 10 turns, so 6 turns to there. If we just used this fleet and the hero, yeah, I don't want to go to that pirate lair over there. I made the non-aggression pact with the pirates. It was just too good to not have to worry about the pirates attacking me, and also be able to have the extra mobility. But this one's under siege by the United Empire, so I don't really want to fly my fleets in there and get attacked by them unless I have a big fleet, which I won't have. So I will have to fly that guy over here, and then we'll fly over here. So that's at least 10 turns away, probably more. So I'll have to figure that out. Let's see if there's other stuff I can move around. These guys probably want to move them up here to defend CA, and I need more command points, right? If I'm stacking 2 of these fleets together that are like 6 or 7 ships, then I need like 14 attack command points or whatever. So I've queued up a couple of things. Let's see, I've got this one. So getting a second tech here will give me this. So that's 3 more. This gives you 1 per hull type. And so this will give me a couple more hull types. So I'm going to do things to increase my military fleet size. And then I'm going to be back on track with completing these 2 techs here, which will unlock and allow me to see where these deposits are. And once I have those unlocked, I'll be able to see where all the deposits are. And then I'm doing this one to be able to reveal everything. So okay, let's look at curiosities. All right. Yeah, don't want to spend the resources on it. Don't want to spend the titanium for those, but it's cool. So we're definitely coming across multiple sources of this deposit. So there's a possibility that might being part of this level here, if I get enough of it. Oh, I'm glad he looks like a pirate. I look like a pirate. Arr. Cool, that worked out okay. He's not a super strong one, but that's okay. He's a distraction for the United Empire, that's for sure. Good to have that. Okay, and I have 2 left, so I have to be a little picky here. That's a level 1. That's a level 1. That's a level... Wow, really? Okay, he'll just camp out here, and then we'll come back to him next turn. Alright, he's coming down here. Let's see, we have a Ruins 3. And a life form 3. Wow, this could be cool, man. We might have something new. Okay. Yeah, the Gossamer. That's right. There's Gossamer over here, isn't there? I saw some over here. Yeah. So I think the next stop is over here at Elma. He has movement left? He does not have movement. Is there anything to see here? No, nothing unexplored. There's a sliver there. That's not going to be hiding anything, though. It's too small. Let's go ahead and send him. These probes are bananas. Look how crazy these probes are now. Just crazy. Between getting pilgrims twice and this ability here, the extra 25% probe vision range, it's massive. The probes are a massive area. Absolutely amazing. Well, actually, I'm kind of out of time here. Got to get logged in for work, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up right here. We will see you guys again in the next video. Thanks for the likes and subscribes and comments and questions and suggestions and all that good stuff. And thanks for watching. See you next time.